Hi, my name is Greg Brooks. I'm Content Strategy Director at C Squared. I'm here at the Festival of Media in Montreux. I'm talking to Andrew Bloom, the VP Strategic Business Development at MediaMind. We're talking about data, trust and advertising online. Hi Andrew.
Hi,
are you having fun?
Having a great day.
Fantastic stuff. There's an EU directive which is coming into force in the next couple of weeks in the UK that's causing a lot of marketers, online marketers particularly, a lot of concern. Can you just explain the real issue behind the EU directive and why no one should really be worried about it?
Sure. Well, I'm not here to tell you no one should be worried about it, but fundamentally the EU directive is about helping consumers understand what's going on with their data. It's very focused on this whole area of behavioral targeting and behavioral advertising. What are people doing? What are the advertisers using for the data that they've captured as you've cruised around the web, for your behavior, and also for retargeting, where somebody actually tries to find you again when you visit another website. I think from our point of view, we totally support the directive. What it's about is creating greater trust, so consumers actually understand what's going on with their data. And for businesses, it's a real wake-up call. We all need to understand that we need to make sure that our customers understand what's going on with that data. We need to have new privacy policies. But one thing that's very clear and is a sort of, I think, a misrepresentation out of the market is this is not a piece of legislation that's trying to get rid of cookies. It's trying to give consumers choice and greater notice of what's going on with their data.
Okay. Now the online advertising ecosystem has become incredibly complex over the last few years, especially with the amount of data and targeting that's being used. Would you mind explaining to people, first off, just exactly where MediaMind sit within that ecosystem? And then maybe we can talk a little bit about trust and targeting and why it's important to have independence within that ecosystem.
Sure. Well, MediaMind is a 12-year-old company. We were formerly known as iBlaster, the rich media company, and we've evolved over the years to be a global advertising platform that helps more than 10,000 advertisers around the world with the optimization of media and creative and data to achieve better performance. So we really do sit as a technology provider in between, on the one hand, advertisers and agencies and publishers on the other side. As a company, we're very, very focused on the demand side. And one thing that's extremely important for us, and we believe for the industry, is to make sure that as an advertiser or an agency, you absolutely know which side of the coin or which side of the house your technology company is serving. And we've been very, very clear with the market that everything we do is focused on serving the needs of the agencies and the advertiser community.
And obviously, one of the reasons that you make that distinction is that in the complexity of the online advertising market, there are those providers out there, not suggesting there's anything wrong whatsoever, but do operate both ad exchanges, demand-side platforms, so they're effectively offering the demand side and they're also offering the media sales side as well.
Correct.
Not suggesting anything was wrong with that whatsoever, but do you think that we will see more clarity in the market, and do you think there will be a demand maybe from the market for more clarity and more third-party providers who are completely independent?
Well, I think that the challenge that we're seeing is very early on in the life cycle, a lot of these new technologies and companies, people find it's very challenging to form business models without associating yourself with the media. I mean, obviously there are very large players in the ecosystem, folks like Google, who have the might and the wherewithal, and they're building massive ecosystems and exchanges. But we believe that fundamentally that creates a challenge for the advertisers and the agencies. It's extremely important for them to understand that as they're making decisions, what are increasingly becoming complicated decisions about where to place their dollars, that none of that should be motivated by any potential taint or conflict that somebody on the other side is suggesting that a particular type of media is the right one, possibly because they make more money by delivering into that channel. So we're not saying that it's necessarily, that we're the only ones sort of doing this, but it's absolutely a point of differentiation for us against our key competitors in the market.
So going forward, one of your USPs is definitely this complete third-party independence from anything else as part of the ecosystem. You're a specialist in this area.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you look at the evolution of our business, we started out as a rich media company. We evolved to become a full ad-serving company. We're increasingly getting involved in the science and the art of tracking and helping our customers understand, not just in display, but in mobile, increasingly in social with Facebook, what's happening with their media, what's working, what isn't. We believe that more than ever, there's the requirement to have an independent technology stack that is completely neutral and devoid of any conflicts on the media side.
And just picking you up on the kind of foray into the social space, more and more consumers are using social services and being targeted within these social media services. There is, as well as there being a need for independence on the buy side, there is obviously a need from the consumer to feel that all their data is being used in an appropriate way and they're not being targeted inappropriately. Are you at MediaMind keeping pace with social technology development, and how important as part of your business is that going to be in the future?
Well, as I was saying before, we're sort of committed to help the demand side find their audiences wherever those audiences may be. We've noticed a staggering amount of interest in social, and particularly in Facebook. Some of our largest advertisers globally are putting quite significant sums of money testing them in environments such as Facebook. And what we've discovered over the last few months and years, actually over the last year, is that a vast amount of our customers are now serving into the Facebook environment and looking to a platform such as MediaMind to help them track what's happening. So we're tracking a vast amount of data now in Facebook. And one of the ways in which our customers are relying upon our platform is to understand and track what's going on in Facebook so that they can learn new things about certain audiences. And in many cases, we're using that to push even more dollars into the Facebook environment. But interestingly, when you have a cross-channel platform like MediaMind, you can take those learnings about your audience and then apply those dollars back into other channels, such as display, such as mobile, perhaps even into gaming environments. And that's what we see as the beauty of a cross-channel platform.
So targeting and retargeting is kind of what we're really talking about there. And it's going to be, I imagine, it's going to be an increasing part of your business then in the future.
It absolutely is. You have to be careful with Facebook. They have, very, very strict and rules around retargeting. But it's really about the insights. You can learn a lot about the consumer there. So even if you're not retargeting the consumer there, it's just important that you get the insights, perhaps about demographics or geographies or interests, that you can then apply into other environments that do allow you to target appropriately.
Excellent. Well, I hope you enjoyed the rest of the festival. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much indeed for watching.